I'm sure you've heard the news. Big changes are happening at GB News. Dolan and Webster are out. This shocking development has sent ripples through the media industry. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to stay updated with all the latest news. GB News is in trouble. The sudden departure of these key figures has left many questioning the stability of the network. Two of its biggest stars are gone. The absence of Dolan and Webster is palpable, leaving a void in the programming. Mark Dolan and Isabel Webster have been fired. Their expressions of shock mirror the sentiments of their loyal viewers. This surprised everyone in the news world and left viewers wondering what happened. The unexpected firings have sparked widespread speculation. Dolan, known for speaking his mind, and Webster, a longtime news reporter, were important parts of the channel. Their unique styles and strong presence were integral to GB News. Their sudden departures make us ask, what's going on at GB News? The newsroom is now filled with uncertainty and concern. Is this a sign of more trouble? The atmosphere is tense, and questions are being raised about the future of the network. The firings have started a lot of talk. Discussions are rampant, with theories ranging from internal conflicts to strategic shifts. Some people think there are problems inside GB News. Rumors of internal strife and management issues are circulating. Others say it's because the network is losing money. Financial troubles might be at the heart of these drastic measures. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. GB News is at an important point. The network is facing a critical juncture that could define its future. The network, which started with a lot of excitement in 2021, promised to be different. It aimed to revolutionize the news landscape with fresh perspectives. It said it would support free speech and challenge other news channels. GB News positioned itself as a champion of free expression. But it's been a tough road. The network has faced numerous challenges, from technical issues to public scrutiny. And these firings show there might be bigger problems. The departure of Dolan and Webster could be just the tip of the iceberg, hinting at deeper issues within GB News. GB News is in trouble, facing a crisis that threatens its very existence. Money problems are hurting the channel, with financial losses mounting every day. They seem to have lost their way, struggling to find a clear direction. Dolan and Webster leaving are just the latest bad news, adding to the growing list of challenges. GB News started as a challenger to the other news channels, promising a new viewpoint and fresh perspectives. It wanted to be a place for free speech and open discussion, a platform where diverse opinions could be heard. But the channel has had a hard time maintaining its vision and mission. Not many people are watching, and the ratings have been consistently low. And people say it's biased and doesn't know what it wants to be, leading to a loss of trust among viewers. The money situation is even worse, with budget cuts and financial instability plaguing the network. GB News has lost a lot of money, and the financial strain is evident in every aspect of the operation. They're trying to save money wherever they can, implementing cost-cutting measures and layoffs. These money problems probably caused the recent firings, adding to the turmoil within the organization. But they also show a bigger problem. GB News doesn't know what it is, struggling with its identity. Is it a place for serious news, aiming to provide in-depth analysis and reporting? Or is it for opinions and entertainment, focusing on lighter content and talk shows? Until it figures this out, GB News will keep struggling, unable to find its place in the competitive media landscape. Isabel Webster getting fired from GB News has started a big argument. Webster, the co-host of The Breakfast Show, was popular. Many viewers are upset and confused that she's gone. No one knows exactly why she was fired. Some reports say she was too woke for the people who watched GB News. Others say it was just about money. Webster hasn't said anything, but her fans are angry at GB News. They say the network cares more about getting attention than good reporting. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. GB News needs more viewers because of its money problems, and it seems like they thought Webster's style didn't fit anymore. Mark Dolan leaving GB News is also causing a lot of talk. His departure has sparked numerous discussions and debates among viewers and media analysts alike. Dolan, known for his strong opinions and right-wing views, was someone people either loved or hated. His polarizing presence made him a significant figure on the network. His show, which often criticized the government and the woke left, had loyal fans. These fans appreciated his unfiltered take on current events and his willingness to tackle controversial topics. However, some people didn't like Dolan. They found his approach too aggressive and his opinions too extreme. They said he just wanted to make people angry, not have real discussions. Critics argued that his style was more about provocation than meaningful dialogue. They thought GB News was better off without him. Some believed his departure could help the network attract a broader audience. It seems Dolan was fired because not enough people watched his show. Low ratings were a significant factor in the decision to let him go. His show, which was on at the same time as the very popular Strictly Come Dancing, didn't get many viewers. Competing with such a high-rated show was a tough challenge. But some people think Dolan's strong opinions on Brexit were also a reason. His outspoken stance on the issue may have alienated some viewers. They think GB News wants to seem less extreme. The network might be trying to rebrand itself to appeal to a wider audience. Whatever the reason, losing Dolan is another problem for GB News. The network is already facing numerous challenges, and his departure adds to their woes. They've lost a unique voice. Dolan's distinct style and strong opinions made him a standout figure, and his absence will be felt by both his supporters and detractors. Dolan and Webster getting fired has upset a lot of GB News viewers. People are either mad or don't care. On social media, fans of the fired presenters are angry. They feel betrayed by GB News. Some say they won't watch the channel anymore, others don't care. They say they didn't watch GB News just for Dolan and Webster. They care more about the news stories, not the people presenting them. These different reactions show the problem GB News is facing. The network needs to find a way to get lots of different people to watch. It can't just rely on a small group of loyal fans. The firings show that GB News doesn't know what it wants to be. The network needs to decide what it's all about and tell viewers. GB News is taking a big chance. With all the problems it's facing, the network has announced a lot of changes to its shows. New people are joining, old shows are being canceled. The biggest change is Ellie Costello joining The Breakfast Show. She will replace Isabel Webster. Costello, a rising star at GB News, is a risk for the network. Other changes include a new weekend show with Ben Leo and a new current affairs program with Miriam Cates. These changes show GB News is trying to get younger and more diverse viewers. But will these changes be enough to save the network? GB News needs to do more than just change who is on TV. It needs to give viewers something special and interesting. GB News is at a very important point. Mark Dolan and Isabel Webster getting fired are just the latest problems for the struggling network. With money troubles and not knowing what it wants to be, GB News is fighting to stay alive. The network's future is uncertain. The recent changes to its shows suggest GB News is trying something new. But will these changes work? GB News needs to be different from other news channels. It needs to give viewers something they can't find anywhere else. Things will be hard. But if GB News can learn from its mistakes, it might still find a place in the British news world.